Hey, before I get into the rest of the video, I wanted to let you know about a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway that I'm doing. If you want to enter, like this video, subscribe to the channel, watch this video to the end, and comment telling me what you think of the 15-inch MacBook Air, and I'll pick a random commenter for that $100 gift card. All right, let's get back in the video. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John Adams. It's always good to see you. Today we're talking about this. The 1 week later with the MacBook Air 15-inch. Now, I have deeply enjoyed this laptop. It has been such a good time using it. Look how thin that laptop is. It is made for being on the go and for getting a lot of work done because of the 15-inch screen. So what all do I think of this laptop? Well, the big thing is that it is made for the person who wants to have as much screen real estate as they can while saving as much space as they can. And so far, my time using this machine has been great. Keyboard is as good as it has always been. I mean, obviously laptops especially Mac laptops, have not always had the best keyboards that you could have, but this one is really good. I really love this midnight color, but the problem is everybody else has been saying, there just gets so many fingerprints so fast. But seriously, if they made the laptop in this color, but they could figure out maybe a coating or something like that could make it so that it doesn't show as many fingerprints, that would be like the perfect color for me. I love that it's kind of this deep dark blue. It's really great. Now I know the port selection on this computer isn't great. It's only got 2 USB-Cs with the MagSafe, but for me, that's not a huge deal. When I do use an external hard drive, I have a spot for it, and I have a spot for an external monitor, so that's really not that big of a deal for me. If you're like an extreme power user and you need multiple windows open, maybe if you're trading stocks or something like that, like a big grown-up.
See, I'm a grown man, and sometimes grown men do things that younger people don't understand.
Maybe this isn't the computer for you, but for most people, I would say 99% of people, this is going to be a computer that'll do all the tasks you need. It'll have enough screen space for you because 15-inch screen is pretty solid. And so this is kind of the everyman's laptop. It's funny because you don't really notice how much an extra couple inches of screen is actually helpful, but when you're having 2 windows side by side and you kind of full screen both of them, it really does make a big difference. So let's talk about the speakers on this laptop. There's not holes like a grill on the laptop, which would make me think that they would sound terrible, but that's not where the speakers are located. They're located in the hinge. And overall, this thing sounds phenomenal. I thought it would not sound great. It does sound good. It doesn't sound as good as my 16-inch MacBook Pro, but that's to be expected. But I think for you, if you're using this just to watch YouTube or watch Netflix, it's gonna be great. And if you're somebody who's kind of an audiophile, man, you're probably using headphones anyways. Next, let's talk about the portability. That's what these MacBook Airs are made for. They're made for the person who's on the go, who's traveling. The cool thing is, even if a 15-inch screen is not big enough for you, you can always connect it to an external display. And most of the time, these displays have a USB-C out so that it charges the laptop and you get all that screen real estate. The battery life on this has been exceptional. I didn't do an official test, but I mean, it's multiple days use of battery life, and for me, that's more than enough. As people, we're used to plugging in our devices every single day, and so what's cool with this is if I go on a trip, I don't even need to take the charging brick with me because it lasts multiple days. So for a laptop that has that great of battery life, you'd think that it wouldn't have good power, but with these M2 chips, man, they have plenty of power. For me, most of my workflow is video editing. I know that's not the case for everybody. It's probably not even the case for most people, but I can do 10-bit 422 4K files on this, and it just does it like a breeze. I'm not gonna be able to get a ton of streams of it, which I don't really use a ton of streams anyways, and I don't need 100 layers of different, titles and all that kind of stuff. So for me, this laptop is powerful enough for sure. So this 15-inch MacBook Air, it's awesome, but I got the base model, and maybe you're wondering, should you get the base model Mac? In the past, I would say yes, but now, I don't think so, man. It is hard if you get multiple programs, it's hard for a 256 gig hard drive or SSD to be enough space for you. So I would suggest going up at least to the 512, and I would start suggesting now at least getting 16 gigs of RAM. Yes, it has swap memory. That does lower the life of your SSD a little bit, but 16 gigs, the fact that this doesn't kind of start out with 16 gigs anymore, I think is kind of ridiculous. And so if I were you, I would upgrade the SSD 1 level and I would upgrade the RAM 1 level. At that point, you are getting close-ish to the 14-inch MacBook Pro, but I still think the reason you're buying this is because it's thin and it's light. that's probably your primary goal. And so I would say just upgrade those two things, stick with the Air. If you need a little bit more power, go with the MacBook Pro 14, that'll serve you very well. But this is a great laptop overall. So one concern that I had with this laptop is if you take the MacBook Air, the smaller one, and you stretch it out, it's just so thin and it's so light that you would really think that it would start to get a little bit fragile. But in Apple fashion, they always make these laptops that have incredible build quality. And so this one has the same exact thing. It's built like a tank. Obviously, if you bend it over your knee and you crush it, it's gonna have issues. But if it's just sitting in a backpack, it's gonna be fine. Build quality is great. So do I recommend the 15-inch MacBook Air for you? If you are out there looking for a laptop 1 week later, after using this laptop, I would say absolutely. It's a great buy. It's gonna last you years. It's light, it's portable, but you can still get a lot of work done with the size of the screen. It's got great speakers, great battery life. You are going to love it. But there still might be some situations where you wouldn't want to buy the 15 and you'd want to go for the smaller laptop. If that's you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be doing a video about that later this week. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. That just tells YouTube that this is a quality video to recommend to other people. Guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you all in the next one. Check out this video right here of my MacBook Air review.